wait for it to come back.
Being a game, we're seeing everybody in civil rights and so quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean it's a hard game. You know, it was a back and forth game. Especially at the beginning of the game. You know, we were making plays, they were making plays. We knew it was going to be that kind of game. Unfortunately, they just made more plays than us today. So we got to look at the film and move forward.
Cedric, the start when Omarion has those fumbles, where it looks like you guys are going in to score. Did you think at that point, even as early as it was, like, damn, that could come back to haunt us?
I mean, yeah, I definitely think it came back to haunt us, but that's not what I'm thinking about in that moment. You know, I'm thinking about covering, his back. You know, defense going out there, getting a stop, and getting them the ball back and just continue to play. No matter what happens throughout the game, I pride myself on not getting caught up in it, keep playing. There's a lot of football to go left in games. And I was even telling some of my teammates that, just keep playing, just keep working. If there's still time on that clock, there's a chance. So that's what the mentality that I try to have after those situations.
Yeah, I know you got to be careful with what you say, but what happened on that roughing the passer from your perspective? Take us through that play.
I mean, they sent me on the blitz. I kind of came through. They teach us, mirror the offhand, to put your hand up, try to tip the ball. So I had my arm up. I seen him release the ball. I tried to, pull off some. From my perspective, my arm kind of grazed his helmet. Thought that could have been let go, but it is what it is.
Is there a carryover frustration with something like that, especially it ended up leading to a touchdown?
Yeah, I was frustrated. I was definitely frustrated. And, I have to take some responsibility for that. I'm always preaching, let's not give up touchdowns before half. Whether it was a petty call or not, I just got to be a smarter player in that situation and stay off.
Cedric, Clemson had, I think, 89 plays. Did you guys wear down here towards the end? Is it difficult to kind of get back out there time and time again?
Nah, I didn't feel like we were worn down. I mean, we played a lot of snaps, a lot of times throughout the season. I felt like we were just fine. They were just able to make some plays. Just because they make plays doesn't mean we were wear down. So we're perfectly fine. We're just going to keep moving forward.
I know that Cedric has been in the league for a while. He's a pretty productive guy. I think probably the second half, he was able to get some big yards, things like that. But do you think there was anything in particular he was kind of able to do against the Bills defense that allowed him to start to get some of that productivity?
I mean, from my point of view, I thought we could take it pretty well. He did have a big run in the second half, the draw play. I think it caught us a little bit off guard. We haven't seen anybody run draw, honestly, in a few weeks. That was the only time they ran it during the game. And I think it just caught us off guard a little bit. He made a great run. But other than that, I thought we kind of contained the run game pretty decently.
What did you like about, the run defense in that regard? You say you contained it well. What do you feel kind of worked in that area?
Yeah, I'm just putting a big emphasis on it. That's something that these past few weeks we put a big emphasis on. It's just being able to stop the run, knowing what run plays they're going to run, and knowing how we're going to fit them up. Guys know where they're supposed to be. And I think we did a pretty good job of executing that. Not perfect, definitely has some leaky yardage here and there, but we did a decent job.
Sorry, Cedric, what's the level of frustration now with some of the goals that you guys spoke a lot about are no longer in play?
Yeah, it's definitely frustrating. One of the reasons I came back here was, to get back to the AC championship. Obviously with Louisville winning and us losing today, that won't be happening. But it is what it is. I'm proud of how we played this season. At the end of the day, we still accomplished a lot of things. And we're just going to keep moving forward.
One of the themes was 9 isn't enough from last year. Mac talked a lot about that. You guys talked about it some. You got a chance to win number 9 next week. I know you're playing state, but is that something that you guys can at least corral around, that one thing that you can still do?
Yes, that's definitely something that we can corral around. So the last 2 years we've lost to state. Obviously that's a big rivalry game. Obviously we want to get that 9th win. So it's a big game for us, and we're going to do everything we can to prepare this weekend to go out there and so we can win next week for state.
Did this game really
think it gave me really any flashbacks. I think it was a different type of game. Last year, to be frank, they whooped our ass. It's just plain and simple. I think today was definitely another dogfight. We're at a different field, so it definitely had a different feel for it this year. I'm proud of our guys. We fought. We tried. We really did.
Cedric, even though you're not going to play for the ACC championship, do you think you guys are one of the best teams in this league?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Without a doubt.
All right. Good job.
Sorry, I have one quick question. Just wanted to ask, offense was on off the field pretty quickly today. Defense being on the field for longer periods of time, do you think that fatigue at all played a factor in you guys in the game?
Like I said, I don't think we really got fatigued at all. None of that. You mentioned that they got off the field, fast. Usually the team who kind of dominates the time of possession, usually the team that typically comes out on top. They were able to kind of dominate the time of possession because they were getting off the field defensively and they were staying on the field a little bit longer offensively. But I don't think we were fatigued at all. I don't think that was a problem.
All right. Next item.